Welcome back to Dirt to Daytona, folks. I have already recorded 3/4 of this race, only to remember, or not remember actually. I looked over to see how long I had been recording and noticed that there was no screen because I forgot to take my capture card and flip it to the streaming PC. And so 3/4 of this race, about an hour and a half, were recorded with no video. So here I get to go and actually rerun this race. We were leading, and we were doing a very good job. Oh well, let's do it again, I guess. $1.4 million, night race. Let's sweep Daytona this season. Oh, there's nothing like making wholesale changes and not actually, doing the thing. So, yeah, we're way faster than Rudd and Stewart. It's actually Ward Burton and Mark Martin that are going to be the two fastest. They always are on these tracks. So, I don't know. Hopefully that what I just did is better than even what we had before, because we were in quite a battle in that last race as well. All right, here we go. Finishing off full lap number 1. We have a second lap to go, so those will be hopefully not as fast as this coming up. 47.012 is not actually that fast. We want to be in the 46s, so I kind of went high to low, so now we're going to just try to stay low this whole time. I think the biggest thing for me here is handling on the car versus it's a super sensitive car, so I really tightened it up, hoping to get very good handling, especially on the restarts, depending on how clean this race is. But it's so much about how we can hold the corner. Barely touched the apron there. It didn't really affect our speed that much. As we come out of turn 4, get down onto the apron here. And a 46.621 is a very good lap. And it's good enough for the lead, which is huge. So excellent job there. I'm ready. Let's go do this race.
Welcome to the Sunshine State and the birthplace of NASCAR, Daytona Beach, Florida. Since 1959, a driver's career can be made or broken at Daytona International Speedway. The 2.5-mile tri-oval has served as a proving ground for some of the greatest names in racing. 31 degrees of banking in the turns and incredible speeds on the straightaways have led to the inclusion of restrictor plates here. Aerodynamic drafting has become a must-have skill in order to stay with the pack and master Daytona.
All right, let's start this race off the right way. Bring up the thing here, side by side with Ward Burton. Get a nice little jump, get ahead of him. I'd like to ease up in front of him right away, to be honest. See if I can use a draft right off the bat. Here we go. Everybody shifted basically at the same time. Problem is, it's not here. That's it. It's down this straightaway into 3 and 4. That's where they're going to start to catch up, I feel. Yep, they are. Here comes Burton on the outside. He's got a nice line behind him. Robbie Gordon right on his tail. Going to cut to the inside, going into 3. And Ward Burton is right up on our side. Robbie Gordon coming right up on our rear bumper. But as important as anything, we are going to lead lap 1.
All clear.
We are now up to speed. So we should be, this is the performance we have. And as we start to separate, they'll start to lose draft, not just with us, but with the cars behind them. Mark Martin looking for somewhere to go to get around Robbie Gordon. He is faster. Looks like he's going to take that outside lane back behind Ward Burton. They're going to team up. And that's going to be a challenge for us with those two drafting, as they'll probably catch up to me in fairly short amount of time. Oh, it looks like he's not going to draft with him as Mark Martin cuts in between, going 3 wide through 3 and 4. He is going to pass both Gordon and Burton to take second place. This is not the 500. It's a 400-mile race. So for us, it is 80 laps. Well, maybe I should be doing that when I'm going around a corner, eh? Martin has made his way up to our rear bumper. So what I'm going to try to do is just use him for us to drive away from Burton and Gordon because I'd rather be competing against one car than three. Elliott Sadler already a second behind. Robbie Gordon headed that way. Ward Burton half a second behind. We come out of that corner. Nice exit, giving us a 10th on Martin as he had to slow up for some reason. Our fastest lap ever is a 45.890. So we can go about 0.8 faster than we are right now, or 7.5, whatever, 7.25. But looks like we're doing all right as we've taken 0.3 on Martin. Burton has dropped back, is 0.7 behind. Those two they're in each other's draft, so they do still have the opportunity to gain on us. And we have to focus, of course, on our cornering and making it as smooth as possible. That was not a smooth corner, nor was the corner as I was trying to look at the stats at the same time. That was pretty foolish of me to do. But here we are, doing well as we lead the Independence Day Daytona race, or Independence Weekend. It's July 2nd in this one, but it's normally the Independence Weekend. All the people working will take off. This is a Sunday night. They'll have off on Tuesday this year, but, you know, most of us take off that Monday as well, just because. Why would you want to have off, go to work on Monday, have off on Tuesday, go back to work on Wednesday? That's weird. So what's going to happen here, as we have 25 left in the tank, is we're going to eventually get up to the lap traffic, but honestly, it's our first stint, so let's just run it out. We're in the lead. Nothing's happening. Looks like we're keeping Mark Martin at bay. Ward Burton as well. They're both staying around that 3 and 7/10. Looks like actually they're dropping back now, which is great for us. I did change the tune a little bit, and I think we're getting maybe a mile an hour faster than we were before, which is awesome. Anyway, though, we're going to go ahead and speed things up, and we'll be back on the mic when we are pitting or there is a caution. Not sure what the caution is for, but we haven't even gone a full lap since I was going to do the speed up, so that sucks. We're obviously going to stay out. There's no reason for us to pit. Car's running great. Temperatures look perfect, and we're in the lead, so we're going to go ahead, stay out. We'll be back with you after the caution. Notable cars to pit: Mark Martin, Sterling Marlin, and I can't remember the other one, but they're all the way in the back. We didn't lap anyone, so it's all single line restart. Anyway, the other thing is it was Robert Zavell, car 113, that had problems. That's what brought out the caution. So I see no reason not to speed things up. We didn't pit. We've got 19 left in the tank now. Nothing has changed for us, so we're going to go ahead and speed it up because we didn't get to previously, and we will be back with you. Again, caution or pit stop. All right, we got 2 left in the tank. We're going to see when it turns to 1, if it turns to 1 before we get to, well, turn 4, we'll pit. Otherwise, we're going to stay out. We had made a mistake. Rubbed the wall. As you can see, it didn't even register as damage. But I couldn't get off of the wall because we were right next to a car, so I had to let it all happen. I had to let everything play out the way it was going to play out. So that's what we did. And also, we're kind of committed now to this not pitting this lap because I don't, well, I could, but I'm not going to. I'm going to bring it all the way around. And we're going to pit this next time around. 1 lap left in the tank. We'll get in front of, what's that, Sadler. Burton must be up there. There's Robbie Gordon. So yeah, Burton must be right up there. It's not going to matter. When we pit, we're going to be behind everyone. Well, not behind, but we're going to be right with everyone again. So get around here. I'd rather not get in front of Dale Jarrett, though. I'm going to come off my gas right here. Pump the brake. No, it's a 55, so we're going to... Yep. All right. Oh, cool. Couple cars are still out there. We are not. Here we go. Back on the track. 29 in the tank. Mark Martin, Sterling Marlin, the 2 that had stayed out before. Or not stayed out, who pit under caution. So they got, 10 or so laps before they're going to pit. I'm going to use Mike Wallace to hopefully speed us up faster. Hoping. Because Ward Burton is less than a second behind us right now. If we can get a better kickoff because we have Mike Wallace with us, we might be okay. There he is right behind us. Hoping that we're able to stay in front of him because that's going to put us in the... it's going to put us back up here in first place. Certainly going to try to get around us. Aggressive move there. But we are back fully up to speed now, so we should be good to go. We'll see how it goes for him, because he's obviously looking for a way to get around us, but we definitely have too much speed for him to do that. We are 10 or 15 seconds in front of being lapped, and obviously we're just going to drive away from, or drive, I guess, towards Marlin and Martin. We've already gained a second on Marlin. That strategy, if we go green the rest of the race, isn't going to bode well for those two. Just because they still have to pit twice. They have to pit this time, then they're going to have to pit late in the race. That's not going to be very good for them. I just hope that there's not a caution beforehand. I'd like to run this, hopefully get a lead on Burton here, hopefully have some of this lap traffic that's spread all out, cause problems. That'd be nice. I'd say the only good thing is, yeah, we're in third place, but if the caution does come out, which it freaking just did. Well, the reason why it's stupid is because Martin and Marlin should probably pit again. Maybe they won't. I don't know what they'll do, to be honest. But we'll bring it around. We'll obviously stay out. There's no reason for us to pit. And we'll, at the worst, be restarting in third place. So we'll be back with you after the caution. All right, leaders pit, so we're technically in the lead, but we're behind all these cars. So that part sucks. And I would love to figure something out to get us not behind these cars, but I have a feeling it's not going to work, so I'm just going to try to be patient. I got a triple-digit car. It's essentially going to block the middle lane.
Still there.
I can jump down in front of Laguerre. That'd be great. Here we go. Well, I don't know. I don't know what I want to do here. Decided to go high.
Still there.
There's just more... Well, there was more room up here. We got crowded, but we're okay. Oh, we got into it a little bit. We're okay. We're going to come all the way down here. Nope, 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 nope. That's... Oh, this is not what we want.
Hold your line.
I can't do anything. We got stuck behind Hardy's. Borland. We actually have some...
Still there.
Just a tiny bit of
You're all
damage, but
clear.
it doesn't matter. Jump
You're
up
all
here.
Clear. Clear high.
Try to get around Stewart on the
Clear
outside.
low.
And should be good. So, I mean, that wasn't that bad. That could have been a lot worse, of course. We're going to use Ricky Rudd here in the draft. Gonna try to jump around him and Newman. We got Skinner and Blaney up there. But most importantly, Burton and Martin are
All clear.
trailing behind. Of course, Martin and Marlin got to pit under caution, so they're now normal. Like, they don't have to worry about anything. They can pit
Still there.
their normal pit stop next, and they're not going to lose anything because they're basically on the same schedule that we're on now, just a couple laps after us, so that's stupid. But it's what, you know, I mean, kind of whatever. What am I supposed to do about it, right?
Stay high. Still there.
We aren't pitting if we don't have damage, and we didn't have damage, so we didn't pit. And we still don't have damage. The damage, I mean, we have, like, I bet it's 1%. I'd be surprised if it's even 2%. We'll look. Because it says I have rear end damage, and there's not a scuff. 6%? I'm shocked. I feel like I didn't even touch anyone. Like, I did, but I pushed. I didn't slam into. Oh, well. Doesn't matter. We have a sizable lead on everybody at this point. It's going to be a while before we get to lap traffic again. So let's do a speed up. I mean, otherwise you're just watching me do absolutely nothing at all. So we're going to go ahead and speed things up. Be back on the mic, caution or pit stops. All right, with 27 to go, we're actually going to pit this time around. We have engine damage, so we need to pit before we get too far back. I came up on the back of the car I came up on. I thought I was going to be able to pull down and pass him on the inside, and all of a sudden we weren't, so I came off the gas thinking I'd be able to pull down then, and by the time we would have been able to pull down, we were already into his back end. It was a pretty big hit. 7% engine damage. No radiator damage, but this is where we're going to go ahead and pit. And get back on the track and hope that we're able to keep it clean for the rest of the race.
Going into the pit.
Oh, that's great. We're pitting at the same time. What, whoa, nope. Oh my goodness. Holy crap. So he's going to get out in front of us for sure because we have the damage, but I cannot believe we didn't just die right there. Wow. So Burton's out there in front of us. We got to do whatever we can do to try to get back in front of him. We've got a fully repaired car. So hopefully we'll be okay. I'm going to keep it down on the track. I'm not playing the games where I go up or anything to get out of anyone's way. They can all just go around me. Just keeping it down here. There's Mark Martin about to lap us. So we're going to get in behind him and try to pass him to get back on the lead lap. We do not need to have... we don't need to go down a lap and have a caution come out while other cars are starting to pit now. Number of cars did pit with us. We are faster than Martin. We're fresh. So we should be able to get around him. Hoping.
Still there. All clear.
Here we go. Let's go ahead and swing down here.
Still there.
Just do whatever we can do to keep it down. And we'll split the 131.
All clear.
And there we go. Back in front of Mark Martin. Like to use him. Catch up to Burton. Burton's 8.4 seconds in front of us. That's a huge gap for us to try to overcome. But, you know, through the draft and things like that, we may be able to do it. We've got, 26, 25 laps left. 24. Martin does have to pit yet, so we're, 30-something seconds behind the leader, technically because of him. But because we're in front of him, it doesn't matter. Picked up a couple tenths on Burton, but we're going to need to do more than that. He's going to have to get caught up in traffic or something for us to pass him. Obviously, yes, I care about Dale Jarrett being there. Sterling Marlin is in second place because he hasn't pit yet either. But I know that I'm going to catch Jarrett and pass him. Obviously, if the goal is to catch Ward Burton, then obviously that means we've already gone and passed Mark Martin. Or not Mark Martin, Dale Jarrett. So I'm going to have to use the draft as much as I can on these lappers.
All clear.
And try to catch all the speed I can catch, So it is an interesting race now. I think it would have been regardless, even if we had not damaged the car. Well, I don't know. Had we not damaged the car, we would have probably stayed out the whole time. He would have pit. We'd have had quite a bigger lead on him. We'd have gone in, not had to worry about, a 15-second pit stop. We would have gotten in 10 seconds. It would have been good. So, yeah, the damage, my mistake, was what's got us in this situation. But as you can tell, I've already tuned off about 5 tenths on Ward Burton, and we're still gaining on him. So we'll continue to do that. Dale Jarrett, he's just a matter of probably a lap or so. We'll be right up on his bumper. And with that, we'll use his draft to get us a little bit closer. Looks like there's Matt Kenseth out there. He may be just coming out of the pit because it looks like he's running pretty slow here. I'm going to grab Todd Laguerre's draft. Try to get going a little faster than jump right to Kenseth's draft. Here we go. Get up around him.
Stay high. Still there. All
right, so we shaved off 7 tenths in 1 lap on Jarrett, and we're about to be in his draft. Anything inside of 1 second, I think, starts it. Yeah, we got just a little bit, so as we continue to grab into his draft, we'll be picking up more speed. I believe the car in front of him is the one that I ran into the rear end of, which sucked because we were well in the lead and we had no issues, but I'm going to use him now. See if he's got damage. Oh, maybe it wasn't him. I thought it was, unless he went in the pit and already got his damage repaired. Oh, we blasted him pretty hard in the back end, so. We're not gaining on Burton nearly as much as I wish we were. 7.5 now. He was only 8.3 in front of us a couple laps ago, so I don't feel very confident about it. But
20 to go.
I'm about to jump up into what will eventually be second place.
Still there.
Wow, that was tight.
Clear high.
That was tight. I thought we would have had him pass before we got to Mike Wallace, but no bother because we are in second place once Marlin and Martin pit, which should be coming up soon. And at that point, you know, if a caution comes out, we're not in a bad spot because we'll be right up behind Burton again. But if a caution doesn't come out, this is where it all matters the most. What can we do to somehow shave off 7 seconds in not too many laps? 20 now. 19. Yeah, he probably said 20 to go. I never listened to that dude. I don't have the time to listen to him. Anyway, 19 to go. We got to somehow shave off 6.8. That's going to be rough. 6.9. Yeah. I don't think we're going to be able to do it, folks. I don't know. Unless he gets caught up in something, which would be glorious, but I don't think that's happening. I think he's in front of that whole group. Well, there's not much excitement going on. Marlin's pitting. All that's really... Oh, he's just coming out of the pit right now. All that's going to happen here is... Oh, geez. Is Mark Martin in front of us, too? Like, by that much? He came out of the pit, and he's actually still in front of us? I didn't think that was going to happen. Wow. They're racing side by side on each other, aren't they? Oh no, he's behind. We're gaining on him. So anyway, we're gonna go ahead and speed it up, and we'll be back with you with probably 5 or so to go. Hopefully, I mean, if we get closer earlier, we'll slow it back down. Basically, we're gonna slow it down once we catch them, if that happens. Some crazy stuff has to happen for us to catch Ward Burton, honestly. Mark Martin, it looks like he's going to be doable to catch as we are pulling up on him, but I don't think we're going to be able to. We're going to be 6 seconds. We've got picked up 2.3 seconds since we got out of the pit on him, but I don't know if it's going to be enough overall. We'll be back on the mic, though, if we get to that point, or we have 3 laps left in the race. Whichever one comes first. Oh, thank goodness. That caution coming out because we screwed up twice and we weren't going to catch him. Engine's fine. Radiator's fine. Suspension's fine. So we're staying out. Robbie Gordon, damaged car. We're running it out, folks. We'll see you after the caution. All right, here it is.
The race is going green. There's the green
The
flag.
big one. Big one being hopefully the big us taking the lead and never looking back. One. There's the lead. Mark Martin pit again. No reason for him to. None at all, in fact, but okay. He had pit after us, and we have 12 laps of fuel left and like 9 laps in the race left, so that's something else. again, we didn't cause the caution, so I feel really good about us getting this chance to get back up in front of everybody and battle it out with Ward Burton. Huge run, has to slam on the brakes as we cut off his nose in the corner. He could have run into us. You know, that was up to him. Would have destroyed him. I probably would have tried to limp it home. But with a run like that, I certainly wasn't going to just let him get by us. So I blocked him, just like I did when we had engine damage. It wasn't until we got into lap traffic, actually. I could have blocked him for the next 8 laps until we pit because of the engine damage, just because I'm not giving up the inside. And, of course, when we had the engine damage, I just go up the track to block him when he faded up. Now I don't care. Now we don't have to worry about it. We got full power. I mean, I'm still going to kind of follow him up the track a little bit. Drive in my mirror just a little bit. Get in the corner and not care so much. I would like to see... Yeah, I don't know. I'd like to see us pull away from Burton. I don't really see that happening. I mean, yeah, we got 2 tenths on him, but I feel like he's going to suck back up to us. Nobody else is of a challenge in this race. Mark Martin, Ward Burton are the only 2. Everyone else were just faster than. But those two just have the absolute best. Those 2 have the absolute best super speedway packages because they give me hell at Talladega as well. Looks like he has a little bit of damage on his front end too. So pretty balanced there as far as having front end damage. We dinged it up pretty good. We dinged up the car overall pretty good actually, but I wasn't about to pit and try to get past everybody because it's single line restart. It was less than 10 laps ago. We would have been in the back of the pack trying to get through everyone. By the time we got up to Burton, he'd have been multiple seconds in front of us again anyway. So we just decided that we'd stay out because we don't have suspension damage. We don't have engine damage. We have aero, but so does he. So we'll just block him. Just block him the whole time. Or I could let him pass me and I could draft behind him and just pass him at the end. But if I'm already in front of him, why would I even give him the opportunity to get in front of me? You know what I'm saying? And he and I running right now, it's not bringing anybody else back up to us because we're battling. We're just driving away from everyone. Almost 2 seconds in 3rd place. 5 laps left in the race. So it really just comes down to the next 4 minutes, something seconds of us battling this out. Much like every one of them is gone. All of these races come down to me racing against 1 to 3 other cars. I think the first time we won, it was Martin, Burton, and Robbie Gordon, I think. That was at Talladega. I'm not positive. Don't quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure that's what it was. Since this is what we're doing, we're going to talk about our next race is at New Hampshire. So that'll be a lot of fun. Take it back to a short track. A lot more challenge, obviously, completely opposite of this. In that track, we actually have to use our brakes. That's fun. But as it stands with, I don't actually know what tracks we have going forward after that. I didn't look. We only have 2 races in July, this race and then the New Hampshire race. So, dead into the summer months we go. I tell you guys what, there's really not much to talk about, and I'm sure as shit not going to give this spot up. If I do, I'll slow it back down. Otherwise, we're going to speed this one up until the end of the race. We've won this race before. It's nothing, I mean, it's special, but at this point, it's pretty expected. We've overcome our adversity. We got 3 left in the race, so we're just going to go ahead and speed it up, and we'll be back on the mic to talk about the race and the standings and everything like that. Unless something crazy changes beforehand, but I just don't see that happening.
Great job.
Well, there you go, folks. After a terrible race happening at Sonoma, we get back on track with a victory at night at Daytona. Gonna go ahead and celebrate through the night, watch the sun come up on Daytona Beach. We're gonna enjoy this one before we head up northeast to New Hampshire. Top 5, Tony Savoy, Ward Burton, Dale Jarrett, Elliott Sadler, and Mark Martin did finish in 5th place. All right, with that victory, we almost come out with $1 million, $941,525 in the bank with that one. Coming in first place after an intense race, Tony Savoy dominated the field on July 2nd. With that win, we're back into a 296-point lead, 13 top 5 finishes, 9 victories, and just 2 races this season we didn't finish in the top 5. As we talked about at the end of the race, our next race is at New Hampshire International Speedway. Looking forward to that one, but folks, that is going to do it for this episode. Like I said, back on track with our winning ways. Let's carry that over to New Hampshire. Would like to take a moment out to say thank you so very much for taking the time out of your day to watch this video. And until next time, and of course, as always, you take care.